Headache, like, oh wait.
Oh, well, welcome everybody to Stacking the Deck.
Giddm Gamers, rise up, Giddm
Oh
Gamers.
man, look at
Yeah.
you. Your badge reminds me of like a field day pass, like when you go to field day in elementary school and you're like, I bobbed the most apples.
Yeah, that's what these little ribbons feel like, little participation ribbons. Dude, there are people that like go to Gen Con and just collect all the different ones. And I saw a dude that it was down to the floor. It was like an extension of his beard, and it was just like he was just dragging it around.
He's like a girl at a Texas homecoming with her mums.
I'm telling you, it was crazy.
So y'all been out living your life, enjoying the world, and I've been in Dogtown. So
Somebody's got to do it since Ed wants to stay at the house.
I don't want to stay at the house.
Since Ed don't want to play cards, I guess we gotta,
I will say though, Ed did get out the house, and we did meet up in Austin and have some pretty good margaritas.
No podcast, nice.
No podcast, so
nice. Good content opportunity.
Yeah, it wasn't in the budget.
It wasn't in the budget.
We don't have the field recording kit yet.
Not yet.
Yeah.
But we will soon. Kurt was in Indianapolis, right, at Gen Con, and I was in Chicago at the Nationals. So we'll have a really action-packed podcast today, just going over everything. Plus, it's a little bit of a remix because the Nationals is more sports card focused. So it was really cool seeing that. It was my first Nationals, so lots to talk about.
Yeah. That's funny that you say it's more sports card focused, because I had some friends there that were posting on like Facebook and stuff saying, if anybody brought any Pokemon, I'm buying Pokemon at the National.
Yo, I mean, you would have thought it was a card show. Like, I mean, Tom Brady, just to get into a little bit of it. So obviously, for those that don't kind of understand with cards or with sports cards, there's a big difference between on-card autos and sticker autos. And most of the time, a lot of the companies, unless they have exclusive deals with athletes, they'll go to the Nationals because it's one major hub where they can get all the autographs for their cards. So they'll print out the cards, go there early. Oh, dang, tracking. They'll get there early, and then they'll have athletes signing autographs like for hours on hours, signing cards, memorabilia, et cetera, and so it was cool seeing like a lot of athletes that you see on TV, but they're there. And this year, Tom Brady was there, and he's opening up his own card shop called The Vault, and I do believe that in Vegas. Yeah, I think Vegas.
I think it's already open.
Yeah. It probably is, but he opened it, and he had a huge activation. He was there, and he's kind of following in the footsteps of Mike Rubin, who's the owner of Fanatics, and they've been doing like really bullish things with cards. And so, yeah, it was cool seeing him. I saw Giannis and his brothers. I also saw Rob Gronkowski, and as well as in the Boba booth, they had a lot of the athletes that were in the game. So they had, I don't know, Cheryl Miller, who is arguably the world's greatest women's basketball player ever. Dominique Wilkins, who is a really good all-star human highlight reel dunker. Chauncey Billups, who is a point guard for the Detroit Pistons. And I do believe they had I forgot the baseball guys. Man, I'm sorry. So if anybody hears this, don't get mad at me.
Man, they didn't have none of those people at the Bo Jackson booth at Gen Con, dude. They didn't have none.
Nah, they spent it. I mean, it was literally one of the largest activations. It was definitely like Chromie's Cryptic Carnival ×2 level activation there.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
but hopefully no bankruptcy. Fingers crossed.
Oh my God.
So how long is the national, like the convention? Is it like 4 days, 3 days, all week, weekend?
Thursday to Sunday properly. Okay. When you can come in Wednesday, and they have like trade nights and stuff like that, but properly Thursday to Sunday.
And it's just primarily it's just a convention like that's focused around sports cards or
memorabilia.
Okay, sports collectibles in general.
Yeah, because there's like some vendors who have like ancient sports videos and like clips and highlights from like 1933, and you can only get it through this thing. Or they had a Mickey Mantle bat that he used to hit his 400th home run. Like they had like some pretty obscure stuff, but they also had some really cool activations. And it was interesting also because a lot of the major card people like Gary V Friends isn't necessarily catered towards trading like sports cards people, but they do a massive activation there as well. Like V Friends was popping.
Really?
Yeah,
people fuck with V Friends like that.
Gary V is the catalyst of that. Because you got to think also in the midst of like the COVID bubble and like the resurgence of trading cards, like Gary V was also in the mix of that, building up and like talking about alternative assets and different things like that. So people hold him in high regard.
Okay, that's fair. I as a general aside, one thing I'm noticing, and y'all tell me like if this makes sense based on what you're seeing at Gen Con and the National. So, and let me cue up the whole thing before you chime in, but like I have this observation that there's this inverse correlation when the market, like the broader market, when the US dollar is trading at a low value, like when inflation is up, when people feel like their dollar doesn't mean anything, then things like trading cards, especially like Bitcoin, whatever stocks, like that makes the money go crazy in these markets. Did you guys see or feel any of that at all? Like, do you think like people were buying a lot of cards or?
I'll let Easton speak on it first because I'm sure Gen Con isn't really like a collectibles convention, like not collectibles focused. But I'll let Easton speak on it first.
But I mean, you have I'm teeing you up in particular with some of your.
I mean, yeah, there was, as far as Gen Con was concerned, I felt like there was a lot of buying, with the collectibles that were there, with things like the sorcery booth selling their exclusive stuff, a bunch of, board games, tabletops exclusives that were there, selling for a lot more than I want to pay for a tabletop game, by the way.
And like are we in,
whoa,
yeah, are we in break even EV? Come on. I'm trying to set you up. Did you get close?
I mean,
for those that weren't tracking the story, at least something I was like, can Kurt break even on his EV for his Gen Con trip? Because that's a story I was actively engaged with.
Kurt paid for his half of the trip.
Okay.
Kurt had a +1, and we almost got there, but we did not totally break even on the trip.
Okay. Well, that's not bad.
We got like a 75% return on expenditure, which I think isn't too bad. For what it was, with minimal effort. I didn't have to do a whole lot to get this. I had to wait in line a little bit. I mean, I guess technically, if I would have sold my Riftbound stuff instead of cracking it and sleeving it up so I could play with my friends, I would have gone fully covered. I could have covered the trip, but I did not do that because I wanted to have those cards in hand so that we could play them. But
okay, that's still pretty good. Easton, what was your EV on your?
I was up in total maybe around 1,000, just because I did well in the tournament. So
pays to play.
So this is what ended up happening. So I didn't get to play in the big tournament.
Oh, Playmaker one. You didn't have your Bojack of 99?
I didn't have. No, I had that. I didn't have the cards to make a respectable Apex deck. So again, we've talked about Boba and Bojack's and Battle Arena, but like at the top end, the decks are costing like $70,000.
Golly,
I'm not BSing you. I swear, right hand to God, I'm seeing the guys play, and
we got to get some Yu-Gi-Oh players to jump them.
Yeah, and they're like, give me everything you got. You want to play for your
Vintage Magic could never. Power 9, who? That's small time.
Literally, I'm seeing the guys who pay to get these cards, and we know the valuations of them, like legitimately. This isn't like, I'm trying to like say some buzzword. No, $70,000. Supers, 1-on-1 autos. So for those who hasn't kept up with my previous discussion about Boba is like a a card game that has like a little bit more advanced format, but it's heavily predicated off the cards that you have. And it's like kind of like war, where if my hero has more power than your hero, I win. There are plays which are basically like spells and magic, but you need the cards that are like 200. 200 is like the base level, highest power level, and those can go for $2,000, $2,500, and you need 6 of those. But some of those are mostly like 1-of-1s, on card autos that are like super rare. There's also like some 1-of-1s are 250, and those can go to like 10K, 15K, different things like that. So one guy I knew had a fully spec'd out, had 6 in every slot, 200 all the way down to 160, maxed out, had all the good plays, everything like that. It was probably around $60,000. But I didn't have the cards for that, so I did the next best thing was play the team version. So the team version takes almost no skill outside like reading your opponent and knowing it's literally war with 7 cards. You just shuffle your deck, put 7 cards, and you place them however you want to. And there's a little bit of strategy in where you place them. But at the end of the day, you need to have the stronger hero to win. The only strategy is like, oh, I can pick up on my opponent putting their weakest card here, and I know that they're going to put their weakest card here, so I just need to beat that or put a medium level card. Either way, we got second, and so the second place winner took home a prize of $13,000 split 4 ways. So that got me a pretty good bonus of what's going on. But we lost to literally a good friend and some kids. It was some 10-year-olds. No, the oldest was 10.
I love that. That's great.
It was really great. Like I can't even be mad. It was literally a 10-year-old, a 7-year-old, and an 8-year-old, and then a 57-year-old dad.
That's I mean, those stories, those are good stories.
I hate that story.
Why?
Hey, as Michael Jordan once said, fuck them kids, bro.
It couldn't happen to a better group of people. Seriously, like I know Branch, I know the kids, all of them are great. And so the winner, so what they did for this year is it's based off of like a prize split. So individual Apex, they got based off of the number of tickets, like in the ticket was the Bo Jackson 1-on-1. So that card itself costs around $3,000 to get the card to get into the Apex. Unless you open it in a pack or you bought it. Mm-hmm. Then, so based off of the numbers of players in each pool, you either got the $100,000 got split more towards teams because it was like 3-to-1. So for every ticket, 1 ticket in individual, a team ticket counted as 3. And so a bigger pot got allocated towards the team. But yeah, they won. And so they also got the 1 of 4 Bojack's 250, and there's already a running offer that I heard the potential buyer say $20,000
each. Like
no way
per one.
That doesn't sell for that though.
Yeah, the dude was.
I don't doubt it.
If the guy wasn't like sentimental because it's sports cards, like if it was a trading card game,
I know, but people talk. They talk a big talk.
No, this dude is a legitimate I know that he's bought I've seen people offload like $10,000-$15,000 cards and he'll just buy them. There's because
the only thing that makes me skeptical is like some people try to set market rates by like saying, oh, I'm going to place an offer for this much. It's an open offer, and that helps them like pump their bag. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, no, I saw the guy and I've seen him buy other high-end cards, and he was like, I want this card and I'll pay you $20,000. And the dude, if he would have said yes, he would have wired him the money.
Oh, bro, I couldn't say yes any faster.
Yeah, but the thing with sports cards, sports card fans they're a lot more sentimental. So he's like, no, I'm not doing.
He had 4 of them, right? It was like
no. It's each player gets 1. So it's 4 people on the team, and so they all got 1 individually.
But didn't the team all know one another? Wasn't it a dad and his kids?
Yeah, but he said he gave here. This isn't even the time. I know we're taking a lot of time on this.
No, I'm curious.
The dude, the next day, he wins individual. Branch wins individual. He wins the individual and he wins the team.
Oh my god! Is this the $60,000 debt guy?
Yes.
Oh my!
So what he does is
Oh,
he
he's
gives
hiding.
the 1-of-1 bow that you get for Apex Playmaker, this 1-of-1. He gives it to the person who lost. He gives it to Jake. He gives it to C-Town in a great gesture, because he was like, I got like 3 of them, and I got some. He was being super nice, and he's a great guy, and yeah, he just was.
What the heck is going on over there?
I gotta get some Yu-Gi-Oh players in on this game real quick.
Yeah.
I mean,
I need to get
Hey, Edgar, where you at?
I need to get Silverman and Blandon over there to pump
Yeah.
this game up a little bit.
it was nuts. Bo Jackson was emceeing the event, and he was over here asking people for gas money if they were doing well. He said, like, I need some gas money. You're already in the money. Like, all you had to do to get your team eligible for 5,000 was make top 8. And so then you split the 500.
Well, how many teams entered?
16, 12.
Golly.
They played it like football, so it was 2 exhibition matches and then 4 in conference matches. Then you seeded up based off of the ketchup league or the mustard league.
Okay.
I'm Team Mustard.
Yeah, that's what we were in. We was cooking. I ain't gonna lie, your boy was 4-1. I was cooking them people, and then them little kids, they ate us for lunch. And then,
Golly.
so what ends up happening again? I don't want to take over the entire podcast.
No,
But
please. This is fascinating.
This is riveting. Yeah.
So if there's a tie, it ended up being 2-2. So it's 4 people playing. I won my match. Jake C-Town won his match, and then our Matthew Cantrell and Roms lost their match. So when it's a tie, the captains have to play each other in a match to see who wins.
Flag football 1v1.
Yeah. And Branch, he ends up like flipping the card over. And when I tell you, the night before he was talking about this, like vividly, he's a very religious man. He said, I just have it. I seen it in a vision. I'm gonna flip the card over and I'm gonna win. And he said that, and then he did that.
He manifested that.
He manifested it.
Wow, they got deck stackers and boba, man. Holy moly!
I mean, that man said, "I'm a
decking."
Deck. He said he was gonna flip the card over and he's gonna win. And he's seen it. He's seen it, and that's what he did. And he not only did it once, he did it twice, because he also played C-Town Jake in the individual. Did the exact same thing.
Sounds like a master of sleight of hand. Playing 3-card Monty outside the tournament, dude.
Well, the problem is you don't know what your opponent's going to get from a power level. So,
where's the red lady? Find the red lady. Find the red lady.
It. But
find the Bojack. Find the 250. Find the 250.
No, he beat him with like a 160, like a low card. It was like he beat him like by 5. That's the worst feeling. I have 160. You get 165.
That's crazy.
Think.
So is this just like was that held on different days? Was that like Saturday and Sunday, Friday, Saturday?
So Thursday they had or Friday they had the individual Apex Playmaker, and then they had a party so it's also tied in with an NFT project and they have, I think it's Card Geeks is like an NFT project. They had their official dinner. So every nationals, they have a dinner, and they've been doing it for 4 years. So the actual NFT collection, the group, like the DAO, they decided to help create the card game based off of the online game. They actually created a physical version of the game. Anyways, during the dinner, you're playing like your top 8 matches, and then the final 4 played on Saturday on the main stage, and that's when all the athletes came out. And I don't know if anybody saw in my story, like they were there, they were, engaged and involved, and like, walking the teams out, walking the individuals out, and then they made it kind of a big deal. Everybody had to wear a uniform, so I had a jersey that's matching the rest. We also had to make a music, like a song, like walkout music. So we AI'd that thing up.
That's cool.
And so they have your music. It was kind of cool. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Okay, all right, that's pretty sick.
I like that.
I mean, it ain't as cool as Metazoo and Waka Flocka Flame, but I mean, it's close.
That being said, it was a reminiscent because Chris and Hobby Club, they were killing it on the streams all weekend. But there's a point where Bo Jackson was a tad bit late, and I had flashbacks from New York, the dinner, the party. What was it? The
gala.
The gala.
Yeah.
Put your hands up if you want some Metazoo packs. That boy, all the Hobby Club people got some arms on them because they were chunking blister boxes and packs in this little area, and everybody was like,
"That's kind of crazy." Because like, aren't those worth a lot of money?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's like, yeah,
and they're just throwing them. Like,
I mean, hey, you got to create a diversion. I mean, people were like,
yeah,
because they had also announced that they are collabing with Techno Bowl on a set. So they had, which is kind of cool because Bo Jackson hasn't really done anything with Techno Bowl in like 30, 40 years. They have him in a set, and they're doing like 18-bit, 16-bit, I don't know, 32, 64-bit art on the cards. So yeah.
Okay.
That sounds pretty cool. Were you there for all 4 days? Were you there till Sunday? Yeah.
All 4 days. I was a little overstimulated just because also there's a bunch of stuff going on. Like Tom Brady was next door. And when he was there, like millions of people just like swarmed around. And then I'm like, bruh, have some dignity about yourself.
You hand him a deflated football.
Maybe
I have some dignity about yourself. No. Whenever Tommy B is on the stage.
No, the weirdest. Well, I won't say the weirdest interaction because I don't know. Maybe they're like teens or like preteens, but they followed Giannis to the restroom. They're like,
I don't know about that energy.
Yeah, he was him and his brothers are going to the restroom and they like follow. I'm like, bruh, and then like you got to have a little bit like. There's some things just as a man I'm just not gonna do. I ain't supposed to. I mean, I might ask for a signature or autograph, but you ain't gonna get me over here like following me across the convention. I got too much.
Dude, if I'm Giannis's follower, I'm going to the bathroom. I'm wetting some toilet paper and I'm fucking slamming that shit down on him in the stall. It's gonna hit him. Nerd! Start hitting the stall. Come on, nerd!
Yeah.
Holy moly.
It was fun though. Different vibes. Not as many sweats. Like just generally the people were a little bit cleaner, but yeah.
Wow.
That's cool.
I don't know how I can top that, but I'm gonna try with my Gen Con story. So I didn't go to the national. I haven't bought into Bo Jackson Battle Arena. I think I missed the boat.
No.
So
we still got time. There's multiple formats.
Whenever I got 10-year-olds winning the whole team event, it's tough for me. But I went to Gen Con this past weekend, which is in Indianapolis. It's supposed to be like the biggest. It says like the 4 biggest days in gaming. It's primarily like tabletop focused, like board game focused, as well as card focused. And it was also Thursday through Sunday. I went there primarily to play in a sorcery event that was happening on Saturday, but I had stuff lined up all day. Particularly on Thursday, we also had a team event. We participated in a team sealed event where they gave us 18 packs of sorcery cards and said, build 3 decks.
Okay.
And I was like, okay, cool. So it was very fun. We ended up getting second out of, I think, 30 teams of 3. So we got second out of 30 teams of 3. It was quite fun. I had a really good time at that. It's kind of chaotic to walk around the event. I think especially it was all right on Thursday. It was getting a little worse on Friday. It was hell on earth on Saturday. And then Sunday is the cheapest day. So all the families that want to bring their kids, they go on Sunday. So it was also pretty unbearable. Ed alluded to the EV. There were definitely some Gen Con exclusives that I took advantage of with myself and my significant other. Whenever you have 2 people, that means double the purchases, double the EV. So the sorcery booth was popping. every day of the week or every day of that event, they were releasing an exclusive 13 card set that you could only buy one of per person per day. So those MSRP'd for $60. I resold the ones that I got for $240.
What was the set called again?
Dragon Lord is the set. If I had more foresight, I would have brought them out, but I did not. But yeah, so MSRP'd for $60. I was reselling those that same night for $240. So that was a nice little come up to sit in line for 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Did that for every day except for Saturday, which was our main event tournament. This was their regional level event called a Crossroads. Only bad thing, didn't like it. It was 7 rounds of cards, but no top cut.
Whoa!
What?
It was 7 rounds standings.
Why was that? What
I can
motivates that decision?
I can only assume, and I'll speak with. I knew everybody involved. Like I knew the dude that was running it. I knew the guy that was spinning. I'll ask. I can only assume it was time constraints. Like they could not, because we started at around 11 o'clock, and that main event ran until 8. And I just don't think that they could have swung a day 2 or a all night type of deal.
Yeah, but I would have been like, I don't know, maybe go offsite or something. I don't know.
It was at cap. We had 128 players in that event, which is pretty nice. But the downside of that, you only got any sort of prizing if you went 6-1 or better. I did not go 6-1. After I lost 2, I was just kind of having fun. And until my girlfriend got done with her event, and then I dropped because I had no chance of getting anything. Same with the rest of my team that went there as well. Made it a little further, but we eventually all lost our second match. Means that it was over. A DFW local, actually someone who lives like 15 minutes away from me, won the whole thing.
Shout out to Texas.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
Which was crazy. But no, Gen Con was hectic. I had an opportunity to, I think the main EV get other than Sorcery was probably the biggest. The second highest was the Riftbound. Learn to play Riftbound. I think we talked about it a little bit. The new League of Legends card game that's coming out in October.
It looks good.
It looks very good. They were running Learn to Plays all weekend.
I heard good things about that.
You sit at the Learn to Play for 45 minutes. They teach you how to play the card game. They stamp your badge. I don't know if you can see this little mark that they put in here.
How much that badge worth?
This badge for 0, but they pick your badge and they hand you a package, and that package contains 2 decks and a promo card, and those were selling for $250 over the course of the weekend. Our more savvy friends of the channel, Nicholas Blandon, Silverman, Steve
Shout
Silverman, their group were there grinding.
All right.
Yeah. They were finding all sorts of way. They were moving their little thing over the first tick mark. They would grab one of these little badges and put it over the tick mark so they could try and run through it multiple times.
I like that.
And,
that's smart.
It was
they was hustling.
They also signed up for many of those Learn to Play events and were selling the tickets. Why
weren't you doing this, man?
Dude, because I was there for Sorcery, dude. I wasn't about it. I wasn't about it. But no, Riftbound is really fun. I did have the opportunity to get all 4 of the trial decks that they handed out. So prepare yourself for some nice Giddm Game Riftbound content.
Do they feel kind of balanced, or like what was your impression of
the game?
Yeah.
The game, I mean, so it was just a 1v1. We weren't playing like a 4-player format. That was down the table was the 4v the 4 free for all. I was just playing a 1v1, and it felt, for the 45 minutes that I got to play it, it felt really nice. Like it felt like I always had a chance. Just with the mechanics that are put into place, it's very hard. Like you've really got to make it matter on you winning and getting that final point so that you can win the game. So it was it seems good. Obviously, time will tell. I'm sure we'll get Ed's first impressions whenever he plays with the cards himself. But it was a lot of fun. A whole lot of people though. I was not a fan of trying to browse anything. There wasn't really an opportunity for you to just like look around. You could look around, but if you did, you're getting bumped into, and all it takes is one stinky bit of BO to cross your airwaves, and it's ruined your hour. So
dang. Okay.
It was quite a fun time. I made some EV and reselling some Flesh and Blood exclusives. I did go there for a couple Flesh and Blood events as well. Did make some money there. Guys, I even made money on Neopets, let me tell you.
What?
It's still alive and kicking. It's doing well.
Inconceivable.
Guys, I went and bought a booster box of Neopets. I met the head developer. I shook his hand. He knew my name on Discord. He's like, hadn't seen you in a while. I was like, yep, we don't play that shit no more. But I bought a booster box, and they gave out an exclusive playmat, and that playmat sold for $200. So
That must be like the one person who has like an inventory Excel sheet of all the things that Neopets has produced. Oh,
I gotta get that one. Oh my god!
Huh.
He said Neopets and EV, and
it almost took me out.
Yeah.
Oh god, no! It must have been the guy.
Yeah.
What was it? Toy Story 3 or whatever? With the guy who had like the checklist of all the.
Oh yeah, from Bob's Toy Barn or whatever.
Yeah,
right?
It's got to be that guy, but with Neopets. Yeah,
there you go. That was it. But no, we had a blast. I picked up a couple of board games that were heavily discounted. I loaded up on Ultra Pro sleeves on every day. They had 50% off their entire like card stock that they brought. So I got tons of card sleeves for super cheap.
Okay.
Again, it was a nice time. Had big beer. If you guys are in the Elite Four Discord, I think I posted my big beer photograph. They be selling 40-ounce beers just like nothing. So I had a blast. I flew back Spirit first class. Would recommend if you're on the fence and you want something that's just as good as a different airline, but you get unlimited alcohol. You should go Spirit first class. It was a good time.
Spirit first class?
Dude, it was great.
What is that even like? Is that just like regular class on American?
No, not at all. It's like a huge ass fucking like recliner seat, and every 15 minutes the stewardess comes by and says, you need something else to drink? Yeah, I'll take a double rum and Coke Zero, please. And you just drink that until you're sloshy. They come by with snacks every couple of minutes and say, you need some more snacks, my lord? And I'm like, yes, please.
Wait. But don't they charge you for like $75 per bag?
Nah, bro, not with first class. You get everything for free.
Wait, how much was it? How much was the ticket? I need to know.
So the min max, the EV, the whatever.
The
like,
EV is Spirit first class. I'll tell you exactly how much it costs.
Okay, because then this might be it's the secret sauce that I might change.
Dude, I'm telling you, Spirit first class. First of all, you sit in a row with only 2 people. You got a whole ass like big fucking like console between the 2 of you. Obviously, if you're flying with somebody else, it was really nice. But hold on, I'll tell you exactly how much.
I used to use this thing called Skip Lag. I don't know if y'all.
Oh yeah, Skip Lag.
Yeah. If you don't know about it, Google it. I'm not gonna sell Skip Lag. But
man, that Dragon Lord shit. I mean, I'm sorry for cutting you off, but I'm looking at the Dragon Lord stuff and I'm like, dang, it's kind of sick.
That's cool. It is cool. It's just weird because it's a mini set, and Sorcery's gone like over a year now since they released the last set.
Almost November.
Okay, we're getting there.
We're close. We're close to a year. It really popped off. The artist was there. I got my set, my personal set that I purchased. Got it all signed. So that was great. We love that. I was a big fan. It was super cool. I'm trying to find this. All right. So for 1 Spirit first class, it was 100 for 2 people. It was $323. So $160.
Oh, that's not bad.
$60.
All right, all right, all right.
And I had 6 shots on that 2-hour flight. So,
Okay.
Okay.
And,
Yeah, that's good value.
and enough avocado oil popcorn and pop chips to feed a small village. So let me tell you.
Oh, yeah, the pop chip's kind of good though. I like the
Dude, those pop chips are real good, and you hear that? You hear on that
The
Spirit
pop
flight?
chips though, like, don't they? In my mind, they taste like what packing peanuts would
Please,
taste like.
that's exactly what I thought too.
Okay.
They're like packing peanuts with like barbecue or whatever flavor
Yeah,
it is.
yeah. They took the world's leftover packing peanuts, and put Cheeto dust on them.
Listen. They absorb the alcohol well. Let me tell you.
I like putting them and stacking them together and put like 3 or 4, and then you eat them all at once.
Yeah.
I'm saying, dude, if Spirit First Class is the way to go, I will fly Spirit First Class every time.
All right.
It was dope.
I didn't put Spirit First Class on the pod bingo card
on the
today.
bingo card. Someone talking up Spirit First Class.
Yeah.
It's called the flight itself is called, I think it's called like the Big Seat.
It's big seat.
Spirit Big Seat.
I love that they don't even call it first class. They go, no, we got you the big seat.
Yeah, Spirit Big Seat.
So you get free bag with that.
You get okay. With Spirit First Class, I'll tell you the amenities. So you get free Wi-Fi.
Free Wi-Fi too.
Free Wi-Fi.
Okay.
You get one free check bag, one free carry-on, one free personal. So that's 3 items. And whenever you got first class, they don't even put your shit in the little bag checker to see if it fits their requirements. They just let you right on through. You get group 1 boarding. So I was the first one on the plane. I'm gonna be honest with you. I was the first one on the plane. You get unlimited alcohol. Obviously, if you get sloppy drunk, they're gonna cut you off. You get unlimited alcohol during the flight, unlimited snacks during the flight. And like I said, you get free Wi-Fi, which includes, everything else. And they boast that they got like the fastest Wi-Fi of all the like commercial airlines, but I don't know about all that. But free is free.
Yeah.
And you get all that.
I think you're making some compelling arguments.
I was very, very surprised at how good this was. They also offer, if you buy it, and they didn't have it at the Indianapolis airport, but they have like a security like shortcut, which is like extra. I already have TSA pre-check. If you ain't got TSA pre-check, you're stupid for not going to Staples and signing up for $70 for 5 years to skip the lines.
Yeah.
But they also have an additional benefit that's called like security shortcut at some of the bigger airports. Not saying Indy isn't huge, but like at DFW, there was like an additional shortcutted line for you to get through security if it was backed up. So I'm just saying, look into Spirit First Class. It was the cheapest option for me over Southwest or anything else, and I will be using it again.
That's crazy. Yeah. Because if you think of man, this content's riveting, right? Like what, $160, and then you got like 6 shots. That's like
6 shots of Bacardi.
Yeah.
That's not. Hey, we ain't talking about your dad's rum.
But it gets the job done.
But even if the shots were valued at $5, that's still pretty good value. And then the check bag and all that. I mean, all right.
Southwest don't even do free check bags no more, man.
Southwest is cheeks, man.
Now it is, dude. Spirit First, big seat. Catch me in a big seat.
All right.
Wait. Do you get status? Is there status?
You're gonna have to tell me what that means.
Okay, there's no status.
Okay, all right, no problem.
But no, because sometimes it's like if you're like a loyalty person, like I'm loyal to Delta.
Delta's great, yeah.
And the more I ride with them, then they'll like upgrade my seats with them. So I've got enough status. So if there isn't anybody in Comfort Plus or in they'll just automatically move you up. Or
so Spirit does that.
Okay.
Spirit
now Spirit gets a Sky Lounge like Delta. Cause I ain't gonna lie to you.
I don't think so.
It might not be part of their business strategy, but boy, if they did.
No. Spirit's Sky Lounge is the Hudson News around the corner.
I was gonna say that's the wing stop that's got like one employee trying to serve like 50 people.
It makes the Waffle House. Same colors. Waffle
Honestly, it would go crazy if there was a Waffle House like in an airport. Like
No, for real. I'm yeah.
Welcome to America, like an international airport.
Yeah.
So that's your impression. You fly into the U.S. You're like, oh, it's a local hibachi.
Yeah, local hibachi.
Oh man.
Gen Con was great. The only slops of Gen Con was the insano pricing on parking. Hated that. Was not a big fan of parking. The Ubers were also very expensive, the ones that we did take. Did go to a couple breweries, enjoyed that. There were some like board game events that I went to with my girlfriend at a couple breweries. So very fun. They had like happy hour, like $3 beers if you were in the event. So hey, what better than playing with a bunch of like awkward autistic nerds than being drunk through all of it? So
That's the only way. That's the
was
only way.
I was happy. It was a good Gen Con. I think we'll be back next year. It's a good time.
So, okay, what board games were you playing? Like, I'm just curious because
they were all like they all felt like home brews that people were trying to. Now it was all on the back of like a Kickstarter. There was like some like social like
you were play testing.
Yeah, basically, right. Yeah, paid them to play test their Kickstarter game.
Wow,
there was like a social politics game where you were like one of 4 factions and you had to like, it was a 20-person game and we had all 20 people there and you had to like convince the other people that weren't on your faction to like vote for your stuff, like giving them deals and stuff like that.
I don't like those games.
I wasn't at first. It was not my favorite, but after beer number 3, let me tell you, I was part of the clergy and you got to name yourself. And my name was Brother Fart. And let me tell you, he was stinking up the joint. So
Brother Fart, he said.
Brother Fart.
My God.
Brother Fart, dude.
Oh, brother, where fart thou?
Dude. I'm saying we played that one. What was the other one that we played? It was just like another like party game that was just like honestly felt like a Cards Against Humanity ripoff. But again, we went there because it was at a brewery that we had never gone to, and the beer was good, the beer was cheap, and it was something to do after my card tournament.
Enough said.
It was a good time. I think if Giddm, you guys know where Easton's going to be next Gen Con week. He's going to be at the Nationals.
Honestly, the national EV seems pretty good.
I'm saying.
Yeah,
just throwing that out there.
The buy-in isn't as much. You're not. They make it to where I'll say this. I didn't believe in the model, and I am still up in the air, but for at least a short term, it seems enticing because you can keep your whales engaged and force them to be engaged because they also can play, whereas normal whales would just sit back and just buy and collect stuff. They do have formats to where people who aren't going to spend an exorbitant amount of money on cards can play and play competitively. It's just interesting to me because I didn't think that it would be sustainable, but for right now, it definitely is. They actually have a solid team, like a really solid team. So I'm encouraged by that too.
Yeah, maybe you don't need volume, right? Like you don't need a bunch of players. You just need players that spend a lot of money.
Yeah, maybe the Metazoo guys who are in the Salt Caverns or in Argos Discord were right. He's like, it wasn't. We don't need you, stupid players. You caused the game to tank. It was you and that dang pesky caster cup that caused Metazoo's demise.
I always love that take. That was such a good take.
Yeah, we'll see. They're having a mobile client, and my thing with that is I'm a little bit more hesitant on that because you need a pretty good addressable market to play the game. Most card games, it's not like Marvel Snap spend a ton of money on marketing it. If you don't have an IP already based around it, people aren't just going to discover your game just because.
Well, even mobile games to me are like, I guess maybe I'm old, but like the whole point of a TCG is you play cards in person. But maybe that's still lost to me. I know Magic Arena is hugely popular. And I'm just wrong in that assessment, but
no, I think it's a reactivation and it extends their life cycle. Like the traditional Magic players' life cycle is a little bit different online, because if you're somebody who's been playing Magic and wants to get back, you kind of start on Arena, and then you're like, oh, I might go into a shop. Or if you're somebody who doesn't want to go in a shop or can't go into a shop, it's extended because you go to Arena. It's not the place that you start the game and then you're like, oh, I like Magic, so let me start my Magic career now.
Yeah, I mean, I just can't imagine being like, oh yeah, I'm gonna pick to play cards online over him. Or I don't know, maybe. Yeah, I don't know who that audience is for, but they're there.
It's funny that you said Magic Arena. The Hasbro booth had computers set up for you to demo Magic Arena.
Oh, that's crazy to me.
Or you could sit down and learn how to. They had they had Magic Learn to Play like in the card room, because the way the main exhibit hall where all the exhibitors was in one big ballroom, or like one big section. It wasn't a ballroom, it was like a large convention space, and then there was an offshoot card room that was equally as big, that was just all card tables and card games, or tabletop games. I learned that there was a Munchkin National Championship.
No way.
People be at Ticket to Ride National Championship.
No way,
dude. I'm telling you, people are
Oh.
showing up to play Munchkin and Ticket to Ride competitively.
Oh,
like with
that
a
goes
with,
crazy.
and I saw the Munchkin Road to Nationals, and I was freaking out. I was like, people do this? This is crazy.
Give me a price.
I'm interested.
Look, you said give me a price.
I don't want to be a Spike. I'm not trying to be Blandon, I'm not trying to be Blandon, but
dude, I saw Nick and the crew there all weekend running game, man. It was crazy.
That's inspirational, is what it is.
Yeah, whenever he explained to me how he was changing his shirts and they were switching shirts, I said, "Oh yeah, I've taken being a Spike and to a whole nother level." Because
I'm telling you, to spike out that Riftbound event, I told you he would move his little thing over to where they clipped his badge. He would put one of these little cards over it. At some point, he would like hand the person the badge to clip like this to put it over it, to the point where the guys all knew his group and would take his badge from him and like inspect it, like go over every little bit of the badge, finding the little.
But how did you know that? Like, how do you know that?
Because he told me. What do you mean?
Oh, he just told you. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, they run it up during Gen Con. Like every time they're like, "Hey, you come on out and we could all be at the Airbnb," and they run it.
Dude, it's the grind.
I mean,
man.
I ain't mad at him. At the same time, like whatever. Get yours or whatever.
Apparently, the Gundam demo was really good. EV. I just didn't want to like sit through learning how to play the Gundam card game, but apparently that Learn to Play promo was really good, really spiked EV, which I didn't take advantage of.
Hero UE promo, one of
dude, I got like a hero resource card for following their Twitter. That was pretty cool.
Okay,
Gundam's cool,
I saw Nick over there. I saw Nick over there showing his phone to a Gundam TCG staff member, and they handed him a card. I said, "Hey, what'd you do to get that?" Literally, as we were just walking in one day, I was like, "Hey, Nick, what'd you do to get that?" He goes, "You follow their Twitter and show them your phone, and they give you a promo." And I was like, "All right, is it worth anything?" He goes, "It takes you 30 seconds. It doesn't matter if it's worth $5." And I was like, "All right, bet on that."
You know what? He's not wrong.
He was like, "It takes you no time.
He's like, just do it.
Do it." Yeah, I think I might even. Oh yeah, here's one of my promo things. Here it is, dude. My resource, my Gundam card game hero resource card.
Let me see that. Oh, okay.
Wow.
Cool.
That's nice. I mean, I might need that. That looks good.
The art does look cool.
It looks good. I was gonna say if they had a Shining Gundam. Oh, man.
Shining Finger.
That's all I need.
And wait, I don't have one. I got two.
Dude, I would be sold though. They need to bring like Tequila Gundam back in.
No,
yeah,
no, not in 2025. They get
Tequila Gundam.
Got some Flesh and Blood promos. These about $30-$40 a pack. What else we got?
Was it G Gundam was the sorry, we need to do a G Gundam podcast one of these days because
we do.
I
So
love that thing.
all in all, we made a good amount of shiny Magikarps back.
Yeah,
we did.
But what about the friends we made along the way?
We did make some friends along the way too, for sure.
Man, it was a good weekend. Good people, good friends.
Was.
I'm glad that we had a successful weekend. That means that Ed has to get out the house and join us next time.
Oh, here was the regional sorcery promo, the regional Moon Tower.
That looks cool.
NA only regional promo. These aren't even on the market. The people that got them, no one's even listed them yet. I'm about to sell mine.
Yeah, you should.
For $200-$300.
Okay, well then
then we'll be plus.
Yeah.
And then we'll be plus. I gave away. Oh, shout outs to Spicy Noodle, Metazoo Danzig. Shout outs to y'all for being there for the sorcery event. I gave away 2 of our collector Bask in the Sun promos. I still have one left from my little thing.
Yeah.
I gave away 2. They said they listened to the pod. They listened to us yap. So shout outs to y'all. It was great seeing y'all playing sorcery, even though we didn't do very well. It was still cool to talk about old Metazoo. And I was glad to see y'all out. I convinced them all to go to the Riftbound Learn to Play, so that they're like, I don't know if I want to play that game. I was like, brother, go sit in line for 30 minutes, sit through a 30-minute explanation, and make $200. Come on, get your bag, bro. Get your bag, bro. So
that's cool.
That's the way to get your bag. That's what we're gonna title this episode. Get your bag, bro.
Get your bag, dude. Catch me next year at the Nationals in the team event, beating down some 10 years old.
I don't know.
We can't afford the cards, sir.
Dude, I can afford them.
Because
I don't know, because if a kid flips over, because also you have to have enough dignity and enough like control over yourself when a kid's like, he flips over and he looks and he realizes that he beats you and he's like that. I saw that like 8 times.
Kid, listen, kid does that, I'm calling him a slur. I mean, that's just how it's gonna go.
You have to be gracious in victory as you are in defeat. Man.
No, not at all. As Michael Jordan once said, fuck them kids, bro.
He just goes full Yugioh player on him. He says, hey, cool card, kid, and rip.
Just rip that shit. That's so funny.
It's so crazy when you look back at like even the Yu-Gi-Oh anime and you realize like cheating's actually part of the show, where it's like the other players rip up their cards. There's
throw it over the
like Pegasus straight up just cheats. Like, oh, I know what card you're gonna play. Okay. It starts to make a lot of sense when you look at the player base. That's
yeah, it was allowed in
what the heck?
Show.
Yeah, cheating. All right. Well,
dude, what card event did you go to this weekend, Ed?
None.
Nothing.
Thank
movie. That's an old YouTube classic. If you know that one, you're officially old.
If you know, you know.
All right. Well, GG's, y'all. It was fun living vicariously through you in your adventures through the card universe.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe one of these days I'll get out to live a life. Yeah.
Maybe.
We'll see.
Probably not.
Yeah. Until next time, thank you everyone for stacking the deck. Bye.
Bye.